So we're hanging out with Shorty,
Yo, shorty.
and apparently it's not Hanako's birthday.
No, it's
Um,
nobody's birthday.
uh,
So,
nice weather, isn't it? Stop trying to listen. Only I can do the stupidest, most bizarrest voice for Hissa.
oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. I suppose I've been reading over your lines, so that was my bad. It seems so. I guess they dumped us. Indeed.
What a farcical attempt at small talk. I've got no idea how to talk to this guy, and his robotic responses aren't helping. Blood and a stone come to mind. Without another word, he begins to rock on his feet in an obvious gesture of boredom within this discussion. He really is like a little kid, despite his serious demeanor. Suspecting the conversation over, I decide to accomplish what I came here to do in the first place.
I'm gonna go search for a present. Coming? Not much else to do. Damn, ice cold.
In a little while, we come to a small shop beside a convenience store. For once, the store windows aren't filled with electronics and computer games, but dolls, stuffed bears, and all manners of wood-crafted oddities.
I love woodcrafted oddities.
You do.
Othello's antiques. That's I hate that place so much, but that's a
Othello?
story for yeah. I did it in. I know we said we weren't gonna bring up our high school days, but I did it in
Oh, well,
English.
no, I was mostly meaning specifically like naming people, but like
Yeah.
you can talk stuff you
Oh
did in
yeah.
class.
I did Othello in high school, and I hated it so much. But not
Why
as
did you
much
hate
as I
it?
hated Death of a Salesman. That play can
Oh, Death and Salesman was awful.
Death of a Salesman can go get fucked.
Like,
And there's nothing more like I and you'll get this as an actor anyway. There's nothing more boring than sitting reading a play. Reading a play.
well,
I'd
actually, I will disagree with you
okay. Okay.
because
Well,
like often read-throughs are the most exciting parts because it's like you're getting to see the play for the first time.
yeah, but I mean, I'd rather just watch it,
Yeah. Oh
you
no,
know?
yeah, like reading a play to study like
Yeah, that's
is
what I'm saying. Yeah.
is particularly dull. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you don't like the play that you're doing. And
Yeah.
especially if the rest of your class aren't really that into like theater either, because it means that everybody's going to be reading it out without putting any kind of effort
Uh
and putting any emotion behind it.
Yeah,
They're just
I'll give you an example of how you're in the next couple of bits how your usual like high school reading would go if you've never experienced this. Would you like me to, or do you want to do it?
yeah, go ahead, do yeah.
An antique store. Well, if there's anything in this town that suit Hanako, I guess it be here. I reach for the old-looking door handle, but pull back at the last minute as I realize my companion's gone adrift. Not coming in. I'll just be in the newsstand for a while. Don't mind me.
All right, we get the
That's
picture.
enough. That's enough.
Yeah. His voice makes it painfully clear he has zero interest in what's in the store, and that he doesn't feel obligated to follow me. See, you can hear the difference there. Like,
Yeah, a massive
it's not
difference.
hard, folks. You just put a bit of bloody effort in. As he wanders off without another word, I push the thick wooden door and enter the store, a bell above me ringing out. The musty smell of old books and wooden shelves is distinctly anachronistic.
That's an interest. Anachronistic. Hmm.
Yeah. I look to the counter beside the door. The
That's
grey man behind it sits there silently, reading a tattered book. He
Look at
certainly
this.
fits the place.
Look at
That's
this
you.
thing. That's
That's
me.
you.
Fuck you. That is
Actually,
me.
looks like you.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, that sadly does look like me. That's what I look like. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not. I need to do something about that anyway.
No,
No,
it's
he's
just,
a.
it looks like he's got glasses. And like the hair is the same.
Yeah, yeah. Although no, I don't know if you've seen it recently, but the hair is a lot longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Slowly wandering through the aisles, the person I'm reminded of as I inspect each handcrafted or imported oddity in turn isn't Hanako. Crouching down, I examine the ancient oak desk inside the shop window. At least 30 dolls, all varying wildly in size and make. The only similarity between them is the long Victorian dresses they wear. I turn the price tag of one that looks to be about waist height. Waist height? Jesus. It's not in my price bracket at all. No wonder, you're buying a doll that's that fucking big. I do the same to each of them, getting more and more depressed as they get smaller and smaller in size. That is, until I reach the very smallest one. It's affordable, just, yet of quality make, and with long auburn hair and a little blue dress.
Oh.
I decide that it's the kind of present Hanako would appreciate. Pretty looking and far from gaudy. After I carefully pick it up, I decide to keep looking around the store. I'm not sure whether it's because I like the atmosphere or out of simple curiosity.
Oh, we need to 100% buy Lily a present.
Yeah. Peeking around the corner before I go to the next aisle, I see that the shelves in this one are stocked with wooden toys, from toy cars to intricate automatons. Tucked behind a line of nutcrackers, I notice a little plain wooden box. It feels surprisingly light as I pick it up with my free hand.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god. My heart.
I know. The lid only needs the smallest movement to pop open, the little metal drum inside beginning to rotate immediately. For seconds on end, I simply stand there listening to the palm-sized melody.
Oh.
As it plays, I take the tiny price tag in my fingers and bring it up to my face, the minuscule cursive writing taking some effort to read. It's affordable. Sort of. Grimacing slightly, I close the lid and make my way to the counter with doll and music box in hand.
Yes! Good boy. Oh.
When I lay the two on the counter, the man behind it sits up and takes stock of them. He doesn't hide very well his surprise at someone of my age buying them. It's painful, but I hand over the money for the two and leave the store with a small opaque bag in hand. Hideaki being there takes me by surprise.
Oh, hi. I thought you'd be in the newsstand. Akira gave me a call. She's waiting for us at the fountain with Lily.
At least that solves the issue of trying to find them again. That's true.
Yeah.
We head off back to the fountain. Hideaki's immaculate posture and presentation, despite his appearance, make for a strange contrast even as we walk. Lily and Akira are there waiting for us. Their faces hard to read.
Hey, you ready to go, Shorty?
Hideaki's mood seems to improve as he rejoins her.
See ya, Lily. Hissa. Tell Hanako I said happy birthday. Oh, we will? Bye! Goodbye, Akira.
Bye!
Exactly.
And with
Just
that,
like
the
that.
two disappear into the fracas of the afternoon city crowd. Turning to Lily, I notice she's carrying a small bag. It's now that I realise why her disposition felt different from before. While Lily's typically the type to wear her emotions on her sleeve, her expression and tone are clouded and difficult to read. It's more than a little off-putting, but given the efforts she's making to hide her emotions, I doubt she wants to be cornered on why she's feeling this way.
Already bought Hanako a present? Yes, have you? Yeah!
Yeah!
Stop. I mean, shall we head back to the bus stop then?
Yeah!
Yeah! There should be a bus back to Yamaku present!
Fuck off.
Ja!
And with that, we begin to walk.
I'm having fun playing these kind of games, man.
I'm glad. It feels strange compared to before. Lily's hand on my forearm feels unusually tense, and the whole atmosphere is extraordinarily awkward.
Yeah.
The silence continues for a long while. I really don't like seeing her like this.
Hanako's birthday party is gonna have to be held earlier. Is the 4th going to be alright for you?
I have no other possible obligations anyway, so I reflexively nod. Only afterwards do I remember that doing so is pointless, and quickly answer so by speech. She tries to collect herself, a task that looks almost pitiable in how plain it is to see how distant her thoughts are. She's miles away, mate.
Sorry, Hisso. You said the bus would be coming soon, right?
That's right.
But now that she says that, I have an idea.
Actually, do you have anything to do later today?
I don't believe so. Why do you ask?
This is the point where I'd normally take your hand and rush you somewhere, but even without that, you'll have to trust me, okay?
Oh,
I take her hand and gently lead her on, her distant face replaced by one of mild surprise and curiosity.
fuck, dude.
As the waitress sets the cup of tea and cup of coffee that I'd ordered onto the table, I thank her before she takes her leave. Ice cream and coffee? And presents? Truth be told, I really lucked out in finding this cafe. I didn't really know where I was going. Rather, I was just looking for any cafe that looked relatively nice. Oh, sorry, I just had a flashback to a totally different storyline and remembered something very sad. But it's completely
Okay.
unrelated, so I'm not going to talk. Anyway,
No, don't bring it up. You can tell me after recording if you like.
yeah, Lily tentatively sips at her cup as I take a long gulp of the coffee in front of me. As I hoped, her face lights up as she realizes what flavor it is.
Ah, this is wonderful. Hisso, how did you know that this was...
I'd asked for French vanilla black tea, hedging my bets that it would be her favorite flavor, or at least one that she liked. While I don't really know much about tea, it sounded like one she might appreciate.
Damn, Hisso's getting lucky.
On the basis of her liking vanilla ice cream. A tea connoisseur, I am definitely not. Actually, yeah, he's not a dum-dum, he's just lucky.
Yeah.
Or he's not smart, rather, he's just lucky.
It was a lucky guess. You really like tea, don't ya?
Don't ya?
Don't ya?
Don't you wish your girlfriend gave you tea like me?
Like me!
Like me!
That familiar small smile thankfully perched on her face once again.
Drinking tea is calming, I think.
The amount you drink? Are you sure you're not addicted to it? Caffeine addiction's pretty common nowadays.
Tell me about it. I'm pretty sure I was addicted to caffeine when I was at uni. Fuck me, dude. That was insane. Did I ever say I wasn't?
She lets out a giggle as my head drops. We all have our vices, I suppose. And there are worse things to be addicted to.
True.
Heroin.
Yeah. That was the first thing that popped in my head, you know, with Scotland. Yeah. Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Train spotting.
Yeah.
Anyway. Great movie.
French vanilla black tea, huh? I'll have to remember that.
For a while, we both silently drink. It's comforting to have someone like her nearby in such new surroundings, even if it's just the two of us sitting in silence. I begin to wonder if this feeling is the same for her, until she sets down her cup.
Hisso, do you mind if I ask you a slightly odd question?
That depends on the question, I guess.
I was wondering what your favorite color is. Everyone has one, after all.
I almost reply before realizing why the seemingly mundane question is actually quite strange.
White and blue. Joker.
My favorite color, but...
She gives a pouting look, wanting me to answer anyway. While the answer seems unavoidably wasted on her, there isn't any harm in giving it.
I've always had a thing for green. I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Yeah, judging from the way you talk, Hisso, yeah,
you
100% have a thing for green. Green, is it? What things do you think of when contemplating that color?
I suppose, grass fields, trees in summer, the army as well with camouflage.
Men always seem to like the military. Yeah, well, not this man. Not me.
Not this man.
No. But that sounds like a nice color. A very nice color.
Sorry,
What the fuck was that? That was unbelievable.
I yawned and started to speak at the same time, and it got out of hand. She nodded her head a little as approving of the choice. Considering how foreign the concept of colour is to her mind, labelling it by association seems reasonable enough.
If everyone has a favourite colour, then what's yours?
Oh, rough crowd.
Oh, white. I'm told that's the colour of snow and of ice cream. Vanilla ice cream, yeah.
You're no better than me then. If you only like that color because of a favorite food, I guess white is nice though.
Is white a color? Is it?
Uh,
I'm pretty. Didn't they
apparently
always
not.
used to say that white is a shade? But
Yeah, or like,
Editor Julian, put something up. Is white a color?
yeah.
Speaking of colors, it'll be getting dark soon. Let me help you up.
Lily offers her hand, which I take in mine to help lever her up from her seat at the table. Its softness compared to mine takes me off guard, as I'm really not used to such casual contact. I'll have another heart attack, he said. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't seem to bother her at all, though. While it seems obvious why, it feels like just one more ladylike aspect to her. As her hand moves to her pocket, I quickly cut her off.
Don't worry, I'll pay for this, because I'm a
Okay,
Chad.
sure.
Oh, thank you, Hisao.
She gives an earnest smile at the gesture, a reward much greater than that of her words. By the time we step off the bus, it's well and truly dark.
Mmm.
We make our way up the hill in silence, both of us behaving a little awkwardly, probably because of the day's events.
Yeah.
While I'm still concerned over Lily's withdrawn nature after meeting with her sister, the fact that I managed to cheer her up even slightly feels like a personal victory. But it feels like the air between us has changed. Maybe it's only a bit, but it's something I don't think either of us realized before.
Mmm.
Hmm.
That was a date, wasn't it? That was a date. That was nearly. I nearly gave her Hisao's voice by accident, but that was a date. Yeah, it was a date.
Yeah, it was. That doesn't elude either of us, the question's answer being so self-evident as to be rhetorical. Awkward as it may be, I don't think this feeling is bad. In fact, quite the opposite. I don't know what it is. I certainly can't be sure, but it feels like something a little more than friendship.
Oh.
Understanding? Empathy? Searching for words to adequately describe it is difficult. Nonetheless,
Would you like to do this again sometime, Lily? Without shopping for presents?
Smooth, motherfucker.
the tentative question is met with the same look from Lily as before. Her pale skin makes the rosy tint of her cheeks just slightly more noticeable, and her face, though still pointed to the street ahead of her, lowers. Just a little.
Okay.
Isn't it nice?
Oh, John, I'm so glad we just kept with this because I'm having such a nice time.
I'm so glad.
Oh, no, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I'd have to play the entire game to then decide who's my waifu, but at the moment,
Yeah,
I think we both share the same waifu.
yeah.
For sure. Anyway.
I walk down the hall of the girls' dormitories, my school bag in my hand. A doll lies inside, carefully placed on top of a small box. I've been carrying the box in there for a while now, still not sure of what to do with it. This whole situation, come to think of it, is bizarre. While I've known of Hanako's upcoming birthday party for a while now, I had no idea of exactly what the celebrations would be until I found a single note left in the abandoned tea room earlier today. I hold it up and read it again, double-checking the instructions. The plain black handwriting's fairly legible despite Lily's blindness, clearly thanks to considerable effort and care.
Hisao will be holding a party at my place. Please come at 6 o'clock to room 225 in the girls' dormitory. Sorry for notifying you this way, but I have class representative duties. Lily Sato. Ooh, boy.
How very formal. Not reassured, I continue walking down the hallway until I reach Lily's dormitory room. I hesitate for a second, but eventually give 3 sharp taps on the door. Are you ready for one of the cutest things you're ever going to see?
I don't know. I think so. I think so,
A brief
John.
muffled exchange of words can be heard from the other side. Listening closer, I can just pick out Hanako and Lily's voices. As they finish, Lily calls out,
Might that be Hisao?
Yeah, I got the note you left for me.
Hey, you can come in. The door's unlocked.
Glad that I managed to get the right room, I pressed in on the handle and let myself in. As the door swings open, my greeting to them is stolen from my mouth. Lily sits at a low table in the center of the room in her pajamas, while on the other side sits Hanako in a nightgown. Being dressed in only my normal school clothes, I feel quite out of place.
Dude, I can't handle this. This is too much.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
I'm just putting myself in this situation, right? Single, 18 years old, right?
Yeah.
And a girl invites you to her room.
Yeah.
And there's two girls there.
Yeah.
In pajamas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah.
I'm a grown-ass man.
That's a hell of a position to be in. Well, you're, I don't know, some kind of lost youth or whatever, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah, you're not a psychologist, but I can't...
going.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Whoa, okay.
You're getting caught up. I steal a quick glance at the lovely sight of the two.
Yeah.
My eyes take themselves from Lily's long, thin, and pale legs with only a measure of reluctance.
I think I brought everything that was needed.
She smiles and nods. I wonder if she's even aware of the pleasant sight she makes. The thin, dark blue silk of her pajamas really suits her, accentuating both her eyes and her curves.
Fuck.
The look of her last night, that tentative and almost shy demeanour, seems all but replaced by her coy nature. It's nice to see her confidence returned, though I can't help casting my mind back to how she looked back then. I look to Hanako, who nervously sits opposite her in her gown. It isn't a surprise that she'd wear something so conservative, though it definitely looks cute.
Yeah.
Hi Hanako, happy birthday.
Thank you.
She's unusually skittish, despite the fact that she's warmed up to me considerably over the weeks we've come to know each other. This is a pretty unusual situation, I guess.
Feel free to take a seat, Hisao. I'll just pour you two some tea.
Sure thing.
Lily takes the steaming red teapot from the side of the table and gently pours its contents into our teacups as I take a seat beside them, setting my bag against the nearby wall. With my senses returned and hormones somewhat calmer, I realise that this is the first time I've ever been in Lily's room.
Yeah, it's your hormones. Talk about my fucking hormones, dude.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I am hamming this up. Rachel, I'm hamming it up. Okay, she's ignoring me. That's fine. She's got her
Good.
headphones in. Thank God.
Good. The first thing I notice is the ambient smell, just slightly different from that in mine. Probably faint perfume or nail polish. It could be anything of a girl's, really.
Yeah. Boys' rooms always smell gross.
Hey, my room smells like peat.
Yeah, no. Your room smells fine. Adult, like, boys' rooms, right? Men, for the most part, unless you're really sad, tend to smell okay. But there's just a je ne sais quoi. And it's just a very calming, you can tell when a room has like a feminine touch to it.
Yes.
And I mean that in like the neutral sense, because men can be feminine in a way too. And
Yes.
it really makes such a big difference to a room. It just makes it more welcoming, and you just feel like, you know?
Yeah.
It's great.
Another is the plain nature of the room, visually. Beige walls, a smart yet unadorned cabinet, the lack of posters or wall hangings. It's distinctly utilitarian, something I should have anticipated given her blindness. The only thing that really seems out of the ordinary is several piles of books sitting on the floor, each reaching from roughly knee height to waist height. Some of them have printed titles, others are entirely blank except for dots of braille. The fact that the ones with printed titles are uniformly in English is interesting, though not completely unexpected. She did mention her parents impressing the language upon her and Akira, after all.
Yeah.
Your room looks nice, Lily.
I hear a call of thanks from beside my shoulder. Looking back to Hanako, her gaze is fixed on her lap and her hands are nervously clutching her gown. It's now that I notice why. With these clothes on, the extent of her scarring is far more visible, reaching down her neck and out to cover her right shoulder.
Hmm.
Considering this is a party for her, she doesn't really look like she's enjoying the experience now that I'm here.
Hmm.
So, how old are you turning? 18?
Her look of surprise, not at all helped by her total lack of skill at hiding her feelings, shows that she was trying to mentally tune me out. This is really quite awkward.
Yes. Croissant. Sorry.
On the plus side, there's only 2 more years till you can drink. So, who's older? You or Lily?
Lily, she had her birthday in February. What about yours?
Earlier this year, so it's already passed.
Unstated is that it passed while I was stuck in the hospital. That
That
was
sucks.
a particularly low point of the experience.
I mean, obviously, drinking age is lower in the UK. Imagine having to spend your 18th birthday in the hospital.
In the hospital, yeah,
Oh.
fucking shit.
Fuck. Heart
It's
goes
so
out
bad.
to anybody that had to do that, man.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah. Unless it was your own fault.
Unless it was your own fault, in which
You went
case,
before your 18th and got really fucked and like fell down a hill and broke your ankle, that's your own fault. And you deserve to be spending your 18th in hospital.
Yeah.
But if it's like something completely out with your control, then you don't deserve that. Anyway, conversation with her dries up as quickly as expected. It isn't long before Lily's finished preparing our drinks, setting down the 3 teacups in front of us. I pick mine up, immediately noticing a much stronger aroma and taste than the tea we've been having.
Huh. It tastes different than the tea we have in school.
it's a different variety rather than the kind we've been having there. You've never tasted orange Jaipur before. I'm trying to recall if I've had that. I think I
I've
have,
not.
because I'm just thinking. I'm pretty sure it's on the menu in Chaiovna if you're a Glasgow native, and if Chaiovna is still open, support that place because it's incredible. It's difficult to tell now. I mean, I'm not totally out of the loop with those kind of things, but Chaiovna is epic. Anyway,
Yeah.
Not that I can remember. I usually drink coffee after all, like when we were in town. This is nice though.
As we settle down and sip, Hanako seems to be more relaxed, or at least a bit less tense about my presence.
yeah.
We all finish our cups about the same time, with Hanako failing rather badly at hiding her anticipation for the cake that's sitting to the side, begging to be eaten. Come to think of it, I'm feeling very eager myself. First things first, though.
Oh, Lily?
Yes, now is good.
Each of us knowing exactly what the other means, I lean sideways and dig around in my bag for the doll I bought Hanako, as Lily gets up and retrieves her gift. Hiding our gifts in our hands, we present them both at the table at the same time. Ta-da!
Happy birthday! Yay!
Hanako sits silently sits looking at them for seconds on end out of sheer surprise. My little wooden doll, replete with Victorian-era dress and little hat, lies next to a light, brown and fluffy stuffed bear from Lily. Same wavelength, guys. She clutches at her gown as she moves to speak, not taking her eyes off the modest presence.
Thank you, Lily and Hisso. Oh.
Voice begins to crack as Lily reaches forward, wrapping her in a soft embrace.
Oh. Oh.
It's so sweet, isn't it?
Oh.
The sight of Hanako holding Lily so tightly is heartwarming, so much so that I couldn't wipe the smile off my face even if I wanted to. As Lily gently rests her face on Hanako's head, she speaks so quietly and softly that I can barely hear her.
Happy birthday, Hanako.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, dude! Far out.
Hanako gives a small nod, holding on to Lily for a time before breaking off and wiping an eye.
Oh. Oh.
I guess for Hanako, simply having someone, anyone, to be there and love her would be special. The fact that Lily and I can now share that role for her is something I think I will always be grateful for. Hanako gently takes the doll and teddy bear, holding them both to her chest as she warmly smiles.
Oh. Oh.
For a long time, all three of us simply sit in happy silence. Quiet is not broken until Lily's soft voice beckons.
Oh shit! I'm close to tears. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
You might get
Oh.
there by the time that this playthrough's finished.
Oh. Oh my
Like,
god.
this game made me cry several times. But only because I went through different endings. Like, if I'd only done one ending, it probably would have only been a couple of times. But I cried multiple times.
Fuck.
Just again and again and again. Anyway,
Yeah,
shall we have a cake then?
Shall we have cake then?
Her proposal is met with 2 looks of unhidden anticipation.
Yeah.
No argument from me.
Oh, okay.
Phew, that was good.
I contentedly sit back, both Lily and Hanako looking just as satisfied with the food as I. It took some effort, but we managed to finish off the cake in one go.
I don't think I could fit any more in. I think next time I'll buy a smaller cake.
Hanako and I give a chuckle, but I can't help noticing that, come this time next year, we'll have graduated from Yamaku. The fact is, that fact is somewhat depressing, since I finally feel as if my life is starting to get back into some kind of order. Idly looking around Lily's neat and orderly room, her books catch my eye once again. This may be a little impetuous, but my curiosity gets the better of me. Besides, I don't think she'll mind in any case.
Hey, Lily, do you mind if I take a look at one of your books?
And we will have a look at her books in the next episode.
Time.
Yeah. Oh, John, I'm having such a good time. If you can't tell.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm having a great fucking time. And
I'm glad, man. I'm really, really glad.
yeah. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, like the video, subscribe, you know? We put out videos every Monday through to Saturday, you know. And yeah, leave us a little comment. You know, telling us something. Have you if anybody out there has been invited when you were like 17, 18 to a girl's room, because I wasn't.
Yeah.
While they were in their pajamas, let us know.
The lag, Julian, it got me.
The lag?
The lag got me. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you didn't hear anything. I was saying, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it just for John's sake. I was like, let us know in the comments if you've ever been in a girl's room while they were in their pajamas when you were in high school.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Tell us your stories. Good times. That's all we're That's all we're here to do. Just reminisce.
Yep.
Nostalgia trips.
Yep.
About the hashtag good times. Right.
Hashtag good times.
Right. See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Part-timers, we do this part-time. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.